Hey everyone! So, finally back. Yeah, it's been a crazy summer, so really sorry with how long this took. This is a request that I have for the Elizabeth Bennet hairstyle from the Kiera Knightly version of Pride and Prejudice. This is the one that she wears in Netherfield. Now, this is going to be more my interpretation because I honestly don't have a clue how they could have done that hairstyle without cheating. I am convinced that they used at least a fake braid. I don't think she had that much hair. But without further ado, let's get going on it. I hope this was in time. I can't remember who requested this, but she wanted it for her wedding. And I feel really bad about it if I missed your wedding. I'm really sorry. I tried to get it done, but one thing after another, a dead camera and all that fun stuff. Okay, so for the braid, what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate a chunk of hair. You can really do it anywhere. I'm going to try to do it a little further down this time. Last time I put it like way back here, but I'm trying to put it further to the side this time so then it's a little easier to kind of work around. Okay, there we go. This is going to be our braid. You can skip the braid if you want. It doesn't add a whole lot, and if you want to use a fake braid, I'm convinced that's what they used for her, go right ahead. Okay, so separate some hair from the front right here. Oh, what we're going to need for this one is a sock donut, and I will do a video soon that tells you how to make one of these. If not, you can find one online easily. That's how I learned how to make them. Okay, so we got all this separated out. With the rest of our hair, or don't take all of your hair, take just like the top half. If you have thicker hair than mine, this is going to work even better for you. My hair is rather thin, so this hairstyle is very difficult to do. Pretty much what we have to get here is the illusion that, I can't really explain how you get this, but you can't have a part and you don't want any smooth hair showing. You don't want it to, like, see here, you can see the smooth hair where it's pulled into the ponytail. You pretty much have to cover everything so it looks like you just have curls all over your head. Almost like the appearance like you have short hair. It's weird. Yeah, but that's how they did it. That's how it looked like to me anyway. Alright, so the higher you get this ponytail, the better it's going to turn out. It's really hard, I know, because hair naturally does not go into a high ponytail. But try to get it up as high as possible. Okay, so this is going to give us our top part of the bun because she has this really big stuff going on in the top. Okay, so I'm getting really hot under this. So I'm going to start with this part now so we can get this hair out of the way. Let's do our braid first, though. Yeah, I think so. So what we're going to do, I'm actually going to take this section of hair instead and do a braid because you can get more hair this way. Now, you can make the braid as thick as you want. If it's thick, it'll show up better, but, you know, pay the price. It's going to trim down how much volume you get in the rest of the hairstyle. So it's entirely on how much volume you want in other places. If you have super, super thick hair, go for a thick braid, but my hair's just too thin for that. My nose is itching now. One thing about having your hair in your face is it itches everything. Okay, so now what we're going to do, first we pull this hair kind of around. We need to try to wrap around this braid so it doesn't show up. There we go. Because we don't want it being obvious how we did this. We want to hide everything, you know. Joy of hairstyling. Cover up everything. Okay, now we're going to kind of pull our hair up like this, and now we start in with pretty much what this entire hairstyle is just getting, they're kind of like individual messy buns. I hate doing messy buns because I know how hard it is to do them without completely ruining your hair. And everybody does a messy bun. But that's how they did the hairstyle, so that's what we're going for here. And we got to try to get some volume in here. So the longer your hair is for this, by the way, the better. You need lots of hair and lots of volume. So if you don't have curly hair like mine, try to do something to get some volume. You don't have to curl your hair necessarily, but do something like maybe crimp your hair, like if you braid it after you washed it, and then let it dry, like sleep with it like that, and then the next morning you should have enough volume. I don't know, this is really something that you have to have naturally thick hair. Hair with lots of volume, or very, very thick hair that you can get lots of volume with, because my hair is almost too thin to do something like this. That's why I think they probably used some extensions, because she didn't have a lot of hair. Her hair was definitely thicker than mine, I'm sure, but I don't know if that would have been enough to make up for the lack of length that she had. I don't know, I've always kind of wondered about her hair as to whether it were real or not. Because I always wondered how she could have gotten a natural looking hair color without dyeing it. Because she dyed it. Because she had that blonde hair, you know, in parts of the Caribbean. That had enough time for it to come out of, I don't know. I don't know how much the gap there was between the second one and Pride and Prejudice. So, sorry everyone, I'm just kind of babbling right now. I kind of babble when I do my hair. Probably realize that by now, though. Yeah, as you can see, this is not a very neat hairstyle, and it's very hard to get it neat. You'd pretty much just need a whole swarm of bobby pins. So, there we go. Alright, now we work with this. Now, this is really tough doing it with this. The first time I tried this, I didn't use one of these, but I decided I had to because it just wasn't giving me enough volume otherwise. What we have to do is try to avoid making it obvious that we used a sock donut. So we have to kind of build on top of it without building on top of it. That sounds really weird, I know, but trust me. Trust me on this one. So, I'm going to kind of work on this, and I'll be right back. Okay? Catch you in a few. Back. So this is what we have right now. So I forgot to mention it's really hard to cover the sock donut. I think I got it all covered, but I can't really see in my mirrors. But you can see our volume going on here. We got it really nice and big. It looks kind of stupid right now, I'll admit. It looks really dumb. But we're going to try to fix that up. Now we just kind of have to create a smooth transition from this big stuff to what's down here. So how we're going to do that, hold on a sec. This really got loose over here. There we go. That's a little better. So what we're going to do is we're going to make little teeny buns down here. But don't pin them down too firmly. You have to let them kind of puff, because otherwise it won't transition nicely. You will need to pin this quite a bit because of being a messy bun. You have to get the volume and messiness, but you have to try to pin it so it doesn't look too messy. You know, you don't want it to look sloppy. Just voluminous, or whatever the word is. I don't know why, I just can't come up with the right word today. Okay, so here we go. This isn't turning out quite as nicely as it did the very first time I did this. Very first time without the sock line. looked better, but it didn't have the right volume. So, there we go. Yeah, that's kind of the general idea of it. Experiment with what you have to make it look better. After this point now, you just kind of put in flowers wherever you want. Just flower it all up as you like. She had something in her hair. I'm guessing little white rosettes, maybe pearls. Not too sure. But there's our hairstyle.